What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. That way you'll be reminded each and every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. So today's video is going to be another fragrance flavors of the week. In these videos, I share with you guys everything I wore in the previous week. If it had a smell and I wore it, I'm telling y'all about it. So let's get started with the video. First, I want to share a new fragrance with you guys from the house of Andrea Mack. This is called Osmo. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Andrea Mack, she is an artist turned perfumer. And I would say that her fragrances are very eclectic. They're very different. They are very outside of the box, in my opinion. If you are someone that is into uniquely odd smelling fragrances, then you will probably like her fragrances. If you're someone that is into smelling different from the crowd, standing out from the crowd, then you will enjoy her fragrances. The ones that I enjoy a lot is going to be Supernova. I love Coven, and oddly enough, I like Osmo. She actually got with Dominique Ropion and created this fragrance. The notes here include orange, marine, pink pepper, jasmine, orris, cedar wood, oak moss, and musk. I'm going to spray a little bit on, but actually I've been wearing this fragrance for 2 days now. And I will tell you, I am not the biggest fan of aquatic fragrances. And this is a full-on aquatic fragrances. And if you've never heard the term aquatic before, it is exactly what it means. It's very watery. It reminds you of really aquatic fragrances. Kind of puts me in the frame of mind of fragrances targeted for men, because I feel like that's where I smell them the most. If you've ever smelled anything from Issey Miyake, like the very first original Issey Miyake, to me that is an aquatic fragrance. So, you know, those are very hit and miss for me, to be honest with you. I do love a fresh, clean fragrance, which is what this fragrance gives. But that oceanic vibe, I don't know, I struggle with it a lot. But I like this version. Again, I've only had a few days with it. I would not say I'm in love with it, but I do like it. Whenever I'm in the mood for something fresh, clean, easy to wear, I would pull something like this. This is like your fresh out of the shower type of vibe, you know? But when this opens up, you get orange. And it's not over the top citrusy. I'm getting more of a sweeter orange. It's almost kind of giving orange blossom a little bit, but not really. It's definitely orange, but it's very, very sweet, very fragrant. I am also picking up on the pink pepper, which gives this a little soft, spicy touch. I'm not really picking up much on the jasmine, to be honest with you. Like, I get hints of it as I smell this fragrance, and as it dries down, I get hints. I am picking up on that orris, which I feel like is giving this fragrance a little bit of a soft dry down. I feel like aquatic and marine fragrances are very loud to me. So I do like that soft, spicy, powdery dry down that this fragrance gives. Definitely picking up a heavy dose of oak moss. And when I smell oak moss, it smells wet. It smells damp. It smells earthy. It smells green. It smells fresh, clean, very much aquatic, okay? Very watery. In the past, when I have described oak moss to you guys, I always compare it to being next to some type of body of water, whether it was a pond or a lake or an ocean, like something smells wet. You guys have smelled oak moss in Baccarat. So depending on how the fragrance is blended, I feel like oak moss can be a very sexy note and fragrance. Lastly, I'm picking up the musk. The musk is really what makes this fragrance expand on my skin. It carries the fragrance. So this has a really good sillage, a really good longevity. Like this thing lasts all day and forever in clothes. So I just want y'all to know that. But the performance is amazing. Again, I feel like you have to be someone that is intentional. Like you have to love aquatic fragrances in order to enjoy this. Again, this is not necessarily a love for me, but I do like it, and I will have to be in the mood to wear this fragrance. But I think Andrea Mack and Dominique Ropion did a very good job with this fragrance. So last week was a short week. Monday we were off. It was a holiday. I don't even think I wore anything on Monday, but Tuesday I wore this beautiful fragrance by Fleurit called Sainte Fumee. This is what the bottle looks like. I feel like I may have talked about this one before. You know what? I have actually. I think I talked about it when I first got the bottle. So we're not gonna go into detail about this because this is like my second time talking about this. But this is a really beautiful scent, y'all. If my memory serves me correct, the word Sainte Fumee means holy smoke. But this fragrance is not over the top smoky at all. It's a very soft type of incense smell that I get. It's there, but it's almost barely there. Definitely in the background, definitely giving this fragrance some sex appeal. I get that bright, crisp, citrusy bergamot in the opening. I do pull a little bit of something green. I'm just gonna chalk it up to the cassis. I get that ambroxan, y'all. I get the ambroxan in this. It's so pretty, very sexy. Ambroxan is a your skin but better type of smell, but it's a little woody. There is oak moss in here, which, man, mixed in with that ambroxan just takes the sexiness up 10 notches, y'all. And I love how oak moss just, it has a lot of different like facets, okay, to it. And just depending on how you want to blend it, man, it just, I feel like it's just icing on the cake when it comes to fragrances. Like I used to say that about saffron. Anytime saffron is added to fragrances, it just, man, it changes the game. And the oak moss in here really changes it up. It does give me something a little damp, a little wet, a little earthy, mixed in with that woodiness from the ambroxan, but it is very, very sexy here. The musk is, again, making this fragrance expand. I mean, it just takes over the room, y'all. It smells so good. And I think the myrrh is what's here that gives this fragrance a soft smokiness, okay? Because myrrh is an incense, and it, depending on how much is in the fragrance, it could be overwhelming, it could be overpowering, it could just dominate the fragrance. And I don't think a lot of people really dig smoky smells. I don't mind them personally, but again, in this fragrance, it is done to perfection. This fragrance is blended to perfection. Do you hear me? Perfection. So I love it. It's an easy wear. As far as longevity, on my skin, I probably get about a good 5 to 6. Skin and clothes, I'm pulling about 7 or 8. The performance on this thing is really, really nice, okay? It is a little pricey. I feel like the price is justified. Let me just say that, because this is just not regular. A little expensive, but I feel like the price is justified. So again, this is Sainte Fumee by Fleurit. So on Wednesday, I did a layering combination. I layered Chris Collins Lust with MFK's Amyris Homme. Okay, these two together is what I layered. This is Lust by Chris Collins, and this is Amyris Homme by MFK. Now, these are, how can I describe this? These are really two different fragrances, but they both have a note of chocolate in them. So I thought it would be really cool to do a layering combination with these two. The Lust gives me more of a powdery feel. Dang, this is sexy. God dang. You know, every time I smell this, I think about Chris. I probably shouldn't be saying this on video, but his face pops up in my head. Probably because I had that event here in Houston. And if y'all have not seen Chris Collins, like, that man is extremely sexy to me. This is too damn good, I promise y'all. It's too good. This is hazelnut. This is like chocolatey, like a powdery chocolatey. This is, I want to say, either iris or violet. So it's extremely powdery, y'all. It's just a beautiful gourmand. It has oud here. And every time I smell this, I'm like, I don't know where Chris got the oud, but baby, he picked a damn good oud, because the oud is smooth and buttery and powdery. It's just a sexy ass fragrance, and god dog. So with the Amyris, you get something bright in the opening. You get something a little citrusy. You do get that milk chocolatey note, but again, with them other notes, it's very bright. It's not as kind of mysterious and dark as the Lust. It's brighter, okay? But I love the chocolate note in this fragrance. So these two actually went very well together. Definitely gave me fall vibes, especially this fragrance. I can see myself pulling for this quite a bit when the weather changes and when it gets cool. And this one too. So this was an awesome combination. I definitely will wear these two again. Love these together. Again, this is Lust by Chris Collins, and this is Amyris Homme by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Hey, I'm really surprised that I'm about to talk about this fragrance, because I have talked so much trash about this fragrance. It's one of my least favorite from Tom Ford, and I love Tom Ford fragrances to death, okay? But this one, I don't know, I just couldn't get behind it. And it's one of the fan faves from the Tom Ford lineup. But I don't even have it in a full size bottle. I only have it in this travel size, because I was like, let me just get the travel size first and see if I can even deal with that. But the fragrance is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, and I have it in a cute little travel size, like I said. I think I got this one from, I could have got this from Cosmetic Company store, or I could have got it from Saks. I can't remember. I think I got it from Saks, honestly. But when I smell this fragrance, I definitely get tobacco leaf. I don't get a smoky tobacco from this at all. It is a photorealistic tobacco leaf smell. And I know this because some previous ex that I used to date was heavily involved in cigar smoking. Like, we would go to this place here in Houston, and basically it's where everybody linked up and smoked cigars, and they had this huge, is it called humidifier, whatever it was. You would walk in there and they had all types of cigars. They broke down the history. We got to smell actual leaves, and this is what I remember, okay? This is what I remember. And there is some cinnamon here, so I'm getting like a light, soft, spicy note here. Could be cinnamon, I don't know. But I'm definitely getting the vanilla. The vanilla is light and airy. It's not heavy, and it's definitely not dominating that tobacco. Very similar to the tobacco smell I get in fragrances like Tobacco Honey by Guerlain. Same tobacco smell, but that vanilla is a little light. And used to be, when I smell this, Okay, I'm about to get a little graphic and a little gross, okay? But if you've ever seen people roll up the tobacco cigar, I don't know if they still do this, but they licked it and rolled. I swear to God, I could smell some saliva in here. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's all in my head. And you know, oddly, I actually enjoyed wearing this fragrance. Really did. Really did. But it took me how many years to get here? 5 years to get here, okay? I don't think I would necessarily invest in a full size unless I find it somewhere for the low. But I do have a really awesome dupe of Tobacco Vanille, and it is by Al Haraman. It's called Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. That's what it's called. So they are very similar in smells to me. I think I like the Al Haraman version a little bit better than the Tom Ford version. So I will just wear that one. But who knows? I might decide to buy me a full-size bottle of this. I prefer the Tobacco Honey over this too. So I don't know. I probably won't buy me a full-size bottle. I will just probably enjoy this travel size and my dupe and call it a day, okay? But yeah, very shocked, very surprised how I circled back to this fragrance. But I wanted to make sure I wore it again and gave it a fair shot before I wrote it off 100%. Because y'all know Tom Ford be making some changes. Who knows? This could be discontinued right now as I'm talking about it, and I don't even know. So I don't know. If it is, comment down below. Let us know. In my last video, I talked about 5 old school fragrances that I think would actually be nice to wear in 2024. They would still live up to the hype in 2024, in my opinion. And Hot Couture by Givenchy would be one of them, okay? So I decided to wear this one on Friday. Y'all, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Definitely pulling that raspberry, and it is very realistic here, okay? And y'all know I have a thing about fruity notes and fragrances because they just have a tendency to come off smelling like fake, okay? Synthetic is the word that I should really use, but they just come out smelling odd, all right? But not this one. This is a really pretty raspberry smell. As this dries down, I get the pepper note, and I don't know if the pepper note is what creates this like smokiness, maybe mixed in with the vetiver. I'm not sure, but something creates this really it's not intense, but something creates a smoky note that almost reminds me of a cigarette. It doesn't last through the dry down of this fragrance, but it lasts probably about a good 15 to 20 minutes. And it's just so odd to me. And that's happened to me from the first time I smelled this fragrance until now. And I want to say I've had this particular bottle for maybe 4 years, 3 or 4 years at this point. Like, this fragrance was the gateway into Givenchy fragrances for me. So I've had about 2 bottles at this point, but this is a beautiful fragrance. But this dries down, y'all, to something very earthy, a little dark, a little mysterious, but that raspberry note is very linear. It's very present from the opening all the way to the dry down. It never goes away, which is why I like this fragrance. It holds true. And then you get those grounding notes, the warmth from the amber, that musk, the vetiver, which again is giving it like a nice earthy, kind of almost dry smell. But it goes so well with the raspberry. I just absolutely love this. Like, I can talk this fragrance into the ground because I love it so much. I think it was a fragrance ahead of its time back when it was released. And I want to say this was probably released, this was released in 2000. So this fragrance at this point is 26 years old, and I think it is amazing. If you find it somewhere at the discount retailers, please pick it up. Smell it first, because I don't know if you'll be able to handle that cigarette smoke smell, but spray it on your skin first. See how you like it. If you love it, buy it, because I promise you, there will come a point in time when you will not be able to find this, okay? And this is something you should definitely have in your collection. If you and I share the same taste, you should have this in your collection. This would be great for a date night or just an evening out or a black tie event. It's very sexy. I don't know if I would wear this into the office because it's a little bit too sexy to wear to work, okay? But those are the vibes that it's giving. Very nighttime type of feel, if you know what I mean. Sexy, sexy time. You know what I mean, okay? But yeah, love this to death. This is Hot Couture by Givenchy. Guys, those were my fragrance flavors of the week. Comment down below if you have any of the fragrances I mentioned in this video. If you are a lover of fragrances, I would love for you to join the family. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload. Before you click off this video, please give this a thumbs up. It helps with the growth of my channel and I would appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a fabulous day and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.